Dear students, I am Sobha Bansiwal, Assistant Professor English, SPC Government College Bhim. Today I am going to explain the poem Ode on a Grecian Urn by John Keats. Urn is a marble piece in which uh, the ashes of a dead body are preserved. Um, and it was a culture in Greece uh, in ancient times to preserve the ashes of dead person in urn. Uh, and on the surface of these urns were carved many pictures, and John Keats was interested in Greek culture, and so in this poem he presents a Grecian urn, uh, and he describes the pictures painted on this urns. This poem is inspired by an urn which was in the possession of Mr. Hollins. Um, so I am reading the text. Thou still unravished bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time, sylvan historian, who canst thus express a flowery tale more sweetly than our rhyme. What leaf fringed legend haunts about thy shape, of deities or mortals, or of both, in Tempe or the dales of Arcady? What men or gods are these? What maidens loth? What maid pursuit? What struggle to escape? What pipes and timbrels? What wild ecstasy? In these paragraphs, uh, John Keats addresses the Grecian urn as unravished bride of quietness. Urn is addressed as quiet, and uh, in the next line he says, thou foster child of silence and solitude. John Keats addresses the Grecian urn as a bride of quietness and a foster child of silence and slow time. Here he highlights two facts about Grecian urn, which is its quietness and its long history, is its ancientness. A Sylvan historian who canst thus express a flowery tale more sweetly than our rhyme. Uh, in this line, he says he addresses Grecian urn as Sylvan historian because in its surface, on its surface, there are painted pictures of uh, some pastoral pictures or pictures of some forest or wood, um, and the pictures painted on this Grecian urn depicts a story more beautifully than any rhyme can. Uh, what leaf-fringed legend haunts about thy shape, uh, of deities or mortals or of both, in Tempe or the dales of Arcady? In on this Keats here describes one such Grecian urn. On its surface, there are pictures of some gods and some um, may some people, but here Keats is not confirm about what type of these people are, whether they are mortals or they are um, some whether they are some deities or some mortals, means common human beings, whether they are in the valley of Tempe or the dales of Arcady. Here there is a picture of some men who are chasing their maidens, and these maidens are trying to escape the clutches of these men. Um Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Therefore, ye soft pipes, play on, not to the sensual ear, but more unendeared pipe to the spirit ditties of no tone. Fair youth, beneath the trees, thou canst not leave thy song, nor ever can those trees be bare. Bold lover. In these lines, the poet says, heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Wants to say that the songs which we hear with our mortal ears are sweet, but the songs which we imagine in our imagination uh, are more beautiful um, than the actual and real songs. Therefore, ye soft pipes, play on, not to the sensual ear, but more endeared pipe to the spirit ditties of no tone. There is another picture of a musician or some man who is uh, playing on a flute, uh, and the poet addressing this uh, flute player, and he's saying that um, he is the poet is asking the this man which is who is painted on this urn. He is asking him to play on the music, which is although he cannot hear with his sensual ears, but but he can imagine the sweetness of the song played by this man uh, in his imagination. And this soul appeals not to his ears but to his soul. Fair youth, beneath the trees, thou canst not leave thy song, nor ever can those trees be bare. Here, the flute player who is playing his flute under the beneath the branches of some tree. The poet says that this youth um, will not be able to stop the music or to stop the song which he is playing on his flute. Uh, and the the branches of the tree beneath which he is sitting um, will never shed its leaves. In mortal life, um trees shed their leaves in uh, in autumn season, and but the tree painted on this urn will never bear and will never shed its leaves. And in real life, any singer uh, tires of singing a little after, and he stops his song, but the flute player painted on this Grecian urn will never tire of playing his flute, and he will always keep on playing flute. So the poet here um, express the fact that art is more superior to human life. Mm. Although there are some deficiencies of art, but he expresses the permanence of art. Fair youth, beneath the trees thou canst not leave thy song, nor ever can those trees be bare. Bold lover, never, never canst thou kiss, though winning near the goal, yet do not grieve. She cannot fade, uh, though thou hast not thy bliss. Forever will thou love, and she be fair. There is another picture on this Grecian urn. There is a picture of a youth who is trying to kiss his beloved, and the poet here says that this youth will never be able to kiss his beloved, because he will be in this situation or forever. The situation in which he is trying to kiss his beloved, and he is feeling the passion of love. The poet says that this youth should not feel grief because of this fact, but he should console himself with the fact that he will never be his love for his beloved uh, will never end. In real life, the love or passion of love um, fades after, and it feels satiety after its fulfillment. um, but his love, as depicted on the Grecian urn, uh, but his love for his beloved will not feel the sad satiety of human life. And uh, and in in real life, in actual life, youth and beauty fades, but the beauty of his beloved, who is painted on this Grecian earth, will never fade, and she will always remain beautiful and youthful. uh, A happy, happy boughs, I that cannot sad your leaves, nor ever bid the spring adieu, and happy melodist, unwearied, forever piping songs, forever new. More happy love, more happy, happy love. Um, Here the poet describes uh, the branches of the trees which are painted on this Grecian urn. These branches um, will always remain green, and its leaves will never sad. Um, in real life, the trees shed their leaves in autumn season, and they become bare. Um, but the trees painted on the Grecian urn will always remain green, and will never shed their leaves. And happy melodist, unwearied, forever piping